My screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm going to take up the topic digital models, how we can use digital models in the mathematical modeling. You have come to know that the mathematical modeling is based on real life situation problems. So we can use many digital models which is ready available in the online internet. Digital modeling is the process of creating a computer model of an object that exactly replicates the form of the object. So this is the first website. I think in the previous three sessions you have seen this one. So I will give one demonstration of the one digital model. So I will go through online only. So this is the website mathlearningcenter.org. Many apps are there. This is you can use it app in your online teaching also. So I'm going to demonstrate the geoboard. So if you click on geoboard, then this screen will come up. You have to click on open web app, and when you click on this open web app, so this is the square geoboard, and three types of geoboards are available here. This is rectangular geoboard and this is circular geoboard. So you can use any of this geoboard while solving the mathematical modeling, any model. So you can show the angle of elevation, angle of elevation, how angle of elevation varies when, or you can show the different shapes of quadrilateral also. So I'm taking one rubber band from here. See, I'm going to draw one square. Next one. So in this way, we can use this digital model to teach different types of shape. Now I will going to explain how this model can be used in explaining the heights and distance problem. Okay, so let us start with from here. Suppose this is a height of a tower, and this is the position of the point of observation, and we are observing from here. So this is the angle of elevation. Now if we move forward, the angle of elevation will become more and more, and at one stage it will be equals to 90 degrees. So that can be demonstrated by using this digital model, that is geoboard. Okay, so this is one digital model. Now I will going to move towards the next one, next website. This is mathsisfun.com. Here so many digital models are there. In this also digital models are there. I'm going to demonstrate one digital model, that is algebra. So this digital model can be used to show the different types, how to solve the different types of linear equation in one variable. So when I clicked on this icon, so I got this this equation. So I'm going to solve this equation. So what we used to do that we used to keep one variable on one side and the constant on other side. So I want to make this as x. So what I have to do, I have to subtract both sides till I will get a variable on one side. Now I have to remove this plus 3 from left hand side. So again I have to subtract 1 from both sides. So minus 1 I will click till it will become x, the left hand side. So the solution is x is equals to 6. So in this way we can use this digital model also to teach the solving linear equation in one variable. Whenever you will click on this new equation, one more new equation will come. Okay, so let us see one example. I have taken it from our textbook only, class 9th book. Given below are the seats won by different political parties in the polling outcome of a state assembly elections. So political parties denoted by A, B, C, D, E, and F. seats won 75, 55, 37, 29, 10, and 37. So you can take such data from, you can search through website also. You can take the current data also from the website, and you can represent that in the bar graph by using this digital model. I will going to demonstrate this digital model in this app. This here data app is there. I think you might be knowing this one. You have to click on this one, and here make a bar graph, line graph, or pie chart option is there. So you have to click on this one. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to give the title is the political result. So I have already written here, and the x-axis we have to write political party, that also I wrote, and the y-axis we have to write seats won, so that also I wrote. So the values are 75, 55, 37, 29, 10, 37. Here we have to put the values. So I will start with 75. This is the first one. Second one is 55. The third one is 37. And the fourth one is 29. Then 10. Then 37. So this bar graph is automatically generated. Now we have to go for the labeling. So the first is A, then second B, C, D, E, F. So I'm going to label the bar graphs. Okay, fine. So whatever you are typing here, that will come up here. So this type of digital model also we can use in our online teaching also, and for mathematical modeling also. How you have to do, you have to collect some data from day-to-day real life situations, and that data can be represented by using this graph. Okay, so now we'll move toward the next section, that is there are some games also. Through games and simulations also we can uh, teach the concept of some mathematical concept through games also. We can teach some mathematical concepts, some simulations also, and I'm going to demonstrate one by one. So let us go through this turtle logo game. So this is the Clicks platform. I will share this PPT in the WhatsApp group, and all the links also I will share. This is the platform where all different types of apps are available. So I will show that apps online also. This is the apps. So here I am going to demonstrate the first one, that is Turtle Block. So when you click on this, then it will be opening. So this is a free version. By using this game we can teach the students how to draw different shapes by using turtle. We can give the assignment also to the students. So I will demonstrate one figure. So these are the steps for this turtle. We have to drag here one by one. I'm going to drag all. Okay, so suppose I want to draw one rectangle. So rectangle, then one step we have to go forward. So I have to click here. So 100 steps. I want one more. Okay. So after 200 steps, now I want to make this turtle to rotate 90 degree. So here right turn is there. So we have to put the angle here 90. So when you click here, it will rotate 90 degree. See. Now I want to keep this as breadth. Now I want length, so I will make this turtle to forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Again 90 degree, same right turn only. So we have to click here. 1, 2, 200. Breadth is 200. Again 90 degree. Again 3 steps because I took length as 300. Okay, so my rectangle is completed. Like that, we can draw any shape. We can draw even equilateral triangle also by using this turtle, by taking there's a right turn or left turn as per your requirement. Okay, so this is the demonstration of turtle, this turtle blocks. Now let us move towards the next one, that is the game part. So how this game is used to teach the different types of polygon that I'm going to demonstrate. So this is the game app, and this is also available in this platform only. Okay, in this platform, the game app is there here, Police Squad. So actually, through this game, we have to catch the culprit by using some clues related to polygons only. So let us start this one. So this is level number 1. So 4 shapes are given here, and we have to catch the culprit, and we have to click on this clue. This clue will appear here for culprit, and we have to release the other people. Okay, so other one. So we have to. I'm going to click on this clue. The culprit has less than 6 straight sides. So please identify which one you want to release. The culprit has less than 6 straight sides. I'm audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. First one we can release.
Which one you want to release? The clue is the culprit has less than 6 straight sides.
First one we can release, sir.
Which one you want to release? First, second,
First
third,
one.
fourth.
First one.
First one.
First one.
No.
Okay, let us go for the second one. If it is wrong, then here it will come over. Okay, so I'm going to release. Token lost. That means it is incorrect. So I'm going to replay once again. Okay. Clue. The culprit has at least 4 straight sides. At least 4 straight sides.
First one.
First one, sir.
Last one. At
First
least
one we
First
can.
one.
First, third, and
No, which one you want to release?
First
Because
one
here,
we can release, sir.
first one.
At least 4 sides, sir.
at
But
least
we
means कम से कम 4
Five.
होना चाहिए, means that would be more than 4.
Yes, sir. Either first one or fourth one we can do.
Yes, fourth one. First or fourth.
So can we release the second one?
no,
No.
sir.
No. No.
You want to release the first one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So token lost, because it is given that at least 4 straight sides, and it has, this figure has 5 sides, 5 straight sides. So
Sir,
this,
it is at least, no?
At least, no, sir. Minimum
so at
it
least
is
means
should be
maybe
four.
more than also, na?
At least means we
Yes,
can take more than
At least
that.
means
Can be
greater
more
than
than
or
or
equal to,
that one,
madam.
sir.
At least means greater than or equals to. Okay, fine. So next one is the culprit has less than 6 straight sides. Less than
First one
6.
First and fourth.
First is a culprit, so we have to release the other one.
Fourth one.
So it has less than 6 straight sides, na? So we can't release
Yes,
this
sir.
one. What about this one? How many straight sides?
6, sir.
So can we go for this one to release?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Then we have to click on again. Clue. The culprit has more than 3 straight sides. More than 3 straight sides. More than 3 lines. So this
First one,
is
sir.
First one.
this may be culprit because it has 4. This may be
Yes.
culprit, and we have to release the other one.
Second one.
Second one. Okay. Correct. Now again we have to click on clue. The culprit has exactly 5 straight sides. Exactly.
So
So
this
we
is
can release
first.
first one, sir.
First one we have to release. Okay. So we have to click on release. Then we have to click on done. So the result will appear as fabulous work, you caught the culprit. Okay. In this way also we can teach the different types of. They will analyze. They will identify the different types of polygons. Okay. So now this is another part, another type, simulation type. I think Purushottam sir have taken this part, and I'm going to demonstrate only one part. There's area builder part. So when you click on that, this will come up. This will appear. and we have to click on this game. There are 6 levels. I'm going to demonstrate one level, that is 6-1. Through this level you can teach the student how to use area, perimeter and fraction simultaneously. Suppose here area is given 12 and we have to complete the blocks, these blocks, by using such that the half will be equals to the light one, the half will be the dark one. Okay, so half means 6 blocks we have to use for this and 6 blocks we have to use for this dark one. Now for this perimeter 14, which dimension you would like to take? Because 12 means we can use 2 dimension, either 3/4 or 6/2. But perimeter should be equals to 14. So if you take 6/2, what perimeter you will get?
16.
16. That means that is not suitable for this goal. So again, if you take 3/4, the perimeter will be equals to 14. So what we have to do now, we have to build the blocks. Uh, please mute the mic. I think किसी का mic on हो गया. Please mute the mic. So 3/4 I am going to make. No, 6 and 6. So whether it is completed? After completing,
yes,
you have to click on check. If it is correct, so smile face will be there. If suppose I am going to do some wrong block, randomly I am selecting, and when I will click on this, a sad face will come. Now one question has been asked in one of the region, that how these simulations can be used for slow learner. So for that we can start with the first level, in which only simple area will be asked, 36. So the student, the slow learner, can be used any combination for this 36. Okay, so 12/3, 9/4 or 4/9, like that, any combination he can make, and then he can check his answer. And second one, again area with perimeter, like that, one level it will be increasing. Okay, so this is the simulation part. Now let us move toward the next topic, that is pedagogical model. Already sir told that the pedagogical models are those models which teachers sometimes provide to students so that they better understand some mathematical concept. For example, this division of integer model, if this to be provided to the student, and if we explain using this model, the concept, that particular concept will be more clear. The pedagogical model describes what effective teachers do in their classrooms to engage students in intellectually challenging work. It provides an overview of the learning cycles, and that can be break into 5 domains that I will explain in the next slide. So these are the some pedagogical model which we are also using in our classroom situations, classroom transactions. This is integer mol, 3D shapes and fraction model, and this is multiplication table of 6. So now let us move toward the 5 domain of pedagogical model. So there are 5 domains. First one is engage. This is the first one. Teacher knows their students well and engage them in building supportive, inclusive and stimulating learning environments. Teacher motivates and empowers students to manage their own learning and develop agency. And the second one is explore. Teacher present some challenging tasks to support students in generating and investigating questions, gathering relevant information, and developing some ideas. They help students expand their perspectives and preconceptions, understanding learning tasks, and prepare to navigate their own learning. And the next one is explain. Teachers explicitly teach relevant knowledge, concepts, and skills in multiple ways to connect new and existing knowledge. They monitor students' progress in learning and provide structured opportunities for practicing new skills and developing agency. The fourth one is elaborate. Teachers challenge students to move from surface to deep learning, building students' ability to transfer and generalize their learning. They support students to be reflective, questioning, and self monitoring learners. And the last one is evaluate. Teachers use multiple forms of assessment and feedback to help students to improve their learning and develop agency. They monitor student progress and analyze data to draw conclusion about the effectiveness of their teaching practices, identify areas for improvements, and address the students individual needs. So these are the five very important domain of any pedagogical model. Now I'm going to move towards the next section, that is individual work for participants. Now I would like to tell you that every participant have to complete this individual work, and I will share one Google form to upload the individual work also. So what you have to do, you have to identify a real life problem, then you have to represent in mathematical form, like sir told about that phys example and that simple interest example. Observations, data, analyze and visualize the data points. You can represent it as graph also, and then make conclusions and interpretation. After that, list the learning outcomes. So we want every participant has to complete this task, and after that they have to list the learning outcomes. Now the next is group work for participants. So in the evening session, every group has to present these two tasks. This is the individual task. You can select one best one. This is nothing but this is the individual task. While group discussion, you can select the best one to represent in the evening session. And this one is the group work which you have to do together. You have to identify a math topic, then model it in real world context, use any digital model to solve, then you have to list the learning outcomes. So this is the group work for all the participants, and one individual best individual work, and another this you have to make only one, not more than two, more than one. So I will show one more example. Let me discuss about that simple interest problem which sir explained. Simple interest problem, if suppose I will explain the student by taking P, R, T, okay, the value of P, principal and rate of interest and the time period, and simply I'm taking that formula and substituting the value to get the interest. So that is not mathematical modeling. So what we have to do, we have to create some real life situation. We have to create the real life situation. In that real life situation, we have to do the mathematical modeling by following the process, okay, which sir have shown. I will show one more example, the height and distance example, the height of tower, which you have already did in class 10. So how that question can be done by using that the mathematical modeling process. So this is the question: the angle of elevation of top of a tower from a point O on the ground, which is 450 meter away from the foot of a tower, is 45 degrees. So angle of elevation is given 45 degree. Okay, so what is the first step? That we have to understand the problem. Okay, so let h be the height, and we will draw one rough diagram. It is given that the horizontal distance of the foot of a tower from this point is 450 meter on the ground. Okay, so that means here we will take this distance as d, this horizontal distance, that is 450 meter, and we also know the angle of elevation, that is 45 degree, this one, and we will denote it as theta. Now we have to identify that what is given and what we have to find. Okay, so the real problem is to find the height of the tower using the known distance, that is d is given and the angle of elevation is given, this is theta. Okay, so now the next step is mathematical description and formulation. So how we will describe mathematically? The three quantities mentioned in the problem is height, distance and the angle of elevation, that is 45 degree. Distance is 450. So how we connect these three with each other? We will take AB, we have already drawn the diagram. AB we took as tower and OA horizontal distance, that is from the point O to foot of the tower, and angle AOB is the angle of elevation, that is 45 degree. Then if we use the tangent, okay, so you can ask the student that I'm going to draw one rough diagram here. So this is theta, we took this as theta, and this is D and this is H. So with respect to this angle, this is opposite side and this is adjacent side. So which trigonometric ratio is connected with this one? That is tan theta. So tan theta is equals to H by D. So from that we will get H is equals to D tan theta. Let it be equation number 1. Now the value of D is also given, that is 450, and theta is also given 45 degree. Now the next, this is the equation connecting with these three quantities, that is height, distance and angle. So next step is solving the mathematical problem. So we use this equation to solve to find the value of height of the tower. So we'll substitute theta is equals to 45 degree and D is equals to 450 meter. H is equals to tan 45 degree into 450. So tan 45 value we know, that is equals to 1. So we'll substitute 1 into 450, that is 450 meter. So the last is interpreting the solution. We got the height of the tower is 450 meter here. So I want to tell you that the problem is very simple, but how this problem we can go through the process of mathematical modeling. So we have to follow these steps. In the step number 1, we have studied the real problem. We understand the real problem and found that the problem involves 3 parameters: height, distance and angle of elevation. Okay, that means in this step we have studied the real life problems and identify the parameters. And in step number 2, we use some geometry and found the problem can be represented geometrically as I have shown in that figure. Then we use the trigonometric ratios for the tangent function and found the relation as H is equals to D tan theta. And so in this step we formulated the problem mathematically. That means we found an equation representing the real problem. And in the step number 3 we solved the mathematical problem and we got the value of H is equals to 450 meter. That is, we found the solution of the problem. And in step number 4, that is the last step, we interpreted the solution of the problem and stated that the height of the tower is 450 meter. We call this as the interpreting the mathematical solution to the real situation. I hope this example is clear. And one more step is there, the 4th step, that is validating. So for validating, we'll go through again step number 1 and we'll check that whether whatever the solution we are getting, that is valid or not. If that is not valid, again we'll start with the step number 1. That is not means this question is valid, so that is why I have not taken that step number, last step. I hope this example is clear to all of you. So this is the last slide of our presentation. So let me
Thank you, sir.